Hello viewers, welcome! We will start something new today. As you can see here, I have a game called Thea the Awakening. This is a turn-based strategic survival game inspired by Slavic mythology. It's all procedural. It's the story about a dark force that has taken Thea. Thea is the land where it all happens, this world, and you are a leader of a small community. You have one city where there is some light in the land. So the darkness is just opened up the opportunity for the light to shine in. And you are playing the forces of the light, and your gods are gods of the light, trying to defeat the darkness. It's a very rich story, non-linear, meaning procedural based. Things happen or don't happen. It's got a very unique combat system. Basically, it's based on a card system, very complex. So a very, very interesting little game, I have to say. The game was developed and published by MuHa games. It's out, I think, for nearly 3 years now. So definitely worth checking out. And that's what we shall do here on the channel. We will play as we will play a let's play. I'm not an advanced player. I just played maybe for about, I think, 3-4 hours. Tested the game a little bit. Tested the mechanics, the basic mechanics. But I still have lots to learn and discover. It's also, the game has a lot of these adventure aspects, so you move around, you explore the world, you find creatures, and you encounter events, and then you're sent on a task to do something, collect something or talk to some person. So there's a lot of exploring and that kind of gameplay, the point is, you know, it's worth replaying the game because I'm sure you will encounter new events and new situations. The whole game is procedurally generated, so it's quite unique in that sense. Okay, let's jump into the game and just start playing. That's the best way. So yeah, one thing I also wanted to say before we go into the game. This game is actually, it's a very detailed game. I never seen such a detail, such a micromanagement. If you like micromanagement, then you will love this game. So obviously it's a turn-based, so you can click next turn and next turn and go quickly through the game, but if you want to play efficiently and not to lose the opportunities that game gives you, you have to click around, and you have to click around a lot. So be prepared, because it's somehow a slow game in that sense. Because you know, even when I play, I notice I am checking things over and over again, different combinations, different. You know, you can craft lots of things. You can equip the items to your people, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of combinations. Okay, so let's go. New game. You can. So you are not playing alone. I mean, you are playing a certain, I would say, community. You start with one city, and I think you only have one city for the whole game. I'm not sure, but you have a god that's helping you out throughout the game, and I don't know. We have two options at the start. It looks like that as you play the game, there's a roguelike aspect to this as well. I think you can start over and over, and you unlock new gods, and these gods progress. So as you can see, I reset my profile, so This is pretty much the very start of the game, and I can pick Morena or Mokosh, one of these two gods. And if I pick if I pick Mokosh, for example, here, I will get green fingers bonus, so our villagers will be faster at gathering the resources. And that's a fine, nice bonus. So Mokosh is Mother of Earth, birth, nature. So basically Mokosh is the kind of aspect that makes everything grow faster, and yeah, it's basically a growth-based bonus for a growth-based god, right? Difficulty, we'll just play normal. As I said, I'm not an expert. I'm basically trying the game out and showing it to you guys, hoping that I can show you some interesting an interesting new game and maybe some things that I learned when I first tried it. We will focus on gatherers, so this means we will get more gatherers than other types of characters. There are, I think, well, there's many, but at the beginning you get gatherers, crafters, and warriors. Maybe a healer or something, but there's many more that you get through the course of the game. Also, when we start the game, I think that the tutorial is enabled, and it's not the kind of tutorial where it teaches you, how to click and how to move the camera around. It's more of the tutorial which involves the story as well. So I will keep it, and there are some dialogues and the narration. I will be just quiet, and I suggest we just listen and enjoy, because the narrator is very good. So I will not read the text. I will just leave the game, do it. And yeah, that's it. Let's start. Let's see what we get.
Thea is awakened. Welcome. No time to waste. You are a deity of the high pantheon, and you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask? You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes. This means sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down. So get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the cosmic tree's mystery.
Okay, yeah, so that's something that I didn't mention before. What is actually the objective of the game? So the way I see it is, I think you as the, let's say, the force of the light, you need to solve the mystery to defeat the darkness that has taken the land. I mean, I didn't play through the whole game to the end, but everything draws you to that conclusion, and you're sent on these missions to discover the mystery and basically defeat the darkness and bring back the prosperous world that once Thea was. So that's how I understand it, and we'll go quickly through this. So this is just a little bit, if I pick this option, the game will tell us a little bit more what the game wants us to do.
I am but a messenger. Theodore, you can call me, but let us focus on you. Thea is a broken land. The underworld is shut, and the undead roam the earth, and creatures of darkness that ruled for a century want you dead.
Okay. So we need to improve our village and people.
First, go and explore your village. Check the inventory to see your stocks, and set people to gather food and fuel, like wood. Without food, people will starve, and without fuel, they will not craft or even heal, so these are really important.
Okay, so the game tells us, the gathering is very important. In this game, you cannot settle cities. You can create expeditions, and you can send your people out, And these expeditions can gather food, gather other resources as well, and they can also fight enemies. And you should definitely do this a lot. And in my city, that's how I played. The first, I crafted all the materials. By crafting, you can also build buildings in the city, and so on. Anything else?
Yes. Once you've visited your village, check out the people standing outside. The exploring party. Select your party and send them to me. I will wait for your people outside the village. I have marked your people's map with a big blue question mark, so they will see where I am. Oh, and if you ever forget what your current task is, just check out your logbook.
Okay, so that's now he's talking about that expedition. It's another party that's outside the city waiting. It's a group of people that the game prepared for us, set for exploring, and they should go and meet Theodore. Okay, let's click this. This is done. I think this is the most of the tutorial. There's still tutorial continues, but it's quite nicely incorporated in the whole game. So we will check first our city and see that we have 4 people here: Dana, Zamir, Treboslava, and Yushka. And we have around the city we have 3 sources of resources: 2 sources of wood and 1 source of bird meat. You can check you can harvest the resources in the immediate vicinity of your location. So you can see here, these are the resources here. We have some food and some wood. Wood is very important for burning. Many things are powered with wood. Everything you do, you need some kind of wood or coal or something, some kind of agent. So let's send people out to gather food, and so you can see how good are they at various things. So she will bring in some food in 4 turns. And obviously we will need some wood as well. He will bring us in wood in 2 turns. Let's make this bird meat a bit faster. So that's gathering. So the gatherers, we also have Yushka here. Yushka is a crafter, so she can make things, and I discovered that it's very useful if you can make at the start, but we don't have the material. If we can make some more of these baskets so that the gatherers are faster, but apparently she cannot make. Can she make some cooked meals? She can make some cooked meals, for example, or she can make some clothing, also important, or crafting if we want to make her faster. But she cannot do crafting. So I think the best for her would be to make some. The problem is the wood, right? If we do it like this, yeah, I think this will be fine, because so she will make some jerky from using 2 sources of meat. You basically select 2 components for every dish that you want to make. So now that we have the task here, we need to assign her to this task. So in 2 turns, she will make 1 batch of jerky. At the same time, I'm checking here, in 2 turns, Zamir will bring some more wood, which is okay, which is quite nicely aligned with that one. So we can continue. We can maybe make some more. She can make 2 jerky for now. Let's just make 1. We will go back here. So that's what I was talking about, these micromanagement. You have to click here a lot. I mean a lot, especially the inventory. There's lots of here you have all your people, all your items, children as well, the weapons. We didn't even go into the weapons, so you can check here the equipment. These are all gatherers, so they're not warriors. You need to protect them. Usually it's good to leave 1 warrior in the city. But let's leave them for now and check the other party. This party is standing right outside, and Theodore said that we should send them to him after we've set all these people to work. Let's check this party, for example, over here. We have one hunter. I think you get hunter if you select that your people are mostly gatherers, and we did select this. And then we have some warriors. Warriors typically come with some better weapons. They are stronger. They can wield two-handed weapons in one hand. And we have two gatherers, and we have one. This one is a crafter, right? Yeah, craftsman. So for now, let's just follow the story and just send these to Theodore. Let's check. Okay, over here you see that we don't have any food and any fuel, so maybe we should first check into the city and just give them some food before they go on their way. Well, they have food. And they have this. Okay, let's sort this out. So this is a special type of wood that I want to have in my city. Let's just put everything. This is a burning material. Yeah, let's unload these things here for now. And we have lots of food here. Too much, basically. Let's how many do we want to? Let's have, I don't know, 33 on us. Okay, so we have lots of meat, and now that we've done this, we have more materials in the capital, in our city, which means that maybe over here, maybe we can produce some more things. We basically get some. We are missing for crafting tools, we are missing the primary material. For gathering tools, maybe I'm thinking, no, we're missing the primary materials as well. So same kind of problem. One thing I always want to check is this. We will allow to consume food here, and we will allow to use the normal wood. This is a special type of food which we don't want to allow using. Maybe they should just use the coal for now. Yeah, that's fine. And same thing again, as I'm saying, micromanagement is insane here, and I mean this in a positive way. If you like this game, this kind of approach, micromanagement, you will like it, but be prepared to click a lot. So let's just give them here just one wood. Yeah, like this. That's enough. All right. And let's now take these guys. Expedition 1. We have some food. Let's just go and visit Theodore.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
Okay, so what now?
Events, such as meeting me, will occur throughout your adventures. Sometimes they are random, sometimes predestined, and always varied. Events can occur when you're out exploring, but also globally, or within your village. So remember, leaving your settlement unattended may be dangerous.
Yeah, okay, so I mentioned this. It's a procedurally generated game. Also, the events are non-linear, so you can get different events. The game can develop in different ways, and you need to protect your village. Yeah, okay, it's a village. I was not sure if it's a town, a city, or a village. It's a village. Okay.
Many events will ask you to bring stuff or do things in order to move to the next stage. I asked you before to gather food and fuel in your village. So you can gather resources in your village, but also by setting up a camp when you're out exploring.
Yes.
To set up camp, stand on an empty hex and choose the tent icon from the mini HUD.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, gathering is very important. You can gather resources from your village as you as you saw before, but also you can create a small group of people and send them out and gather resources out even further out from your village.
Good. Now events can lead to conversations or just random disasters, but they can also lead to challenges. To show you what I mean, track down a pack of boars nearby, marked by a blue question mark, and bring me back their bones.
Okay, so let's bring back those boars. Okay, and now we will experience the next aspect of this game, which is fighting. Fighting is actually very interesting. One thing you will notice, it's not always fighting. You don't have to fight all the time. You can use some other type of fight, not physical fight. You can fight by having a conversation or something else. So you will see. Okay, let's go next turn. Okay, so a lot of things happened, as you can see on top here. These are the things that I should attend immediately, and it's showing me that we can choose the next stage of research. I usually look around my city and see if there are any resources that I could unlock, and I see here that I have amber and I have fur leather, and I can unlock one of these, so I will be able to gather it, and they are very close here, so I think gathering these resources should be... Let's either unlock fur leather or amber with this. Amber is here, fur leather is here. We already have leather. Let's unlock amber, because it looks like it's a different category of a resource. Let's unlock this one. So you can see now it's a colored icon, which means that we can gather it. We have the knowledge how to use it. Okay, this also gives us immediately some of amber resources if we need it. We have some monsters here. We know about these. Some villagers are idle. We produced some food here, and and some of the resources are returning. So basically in the village, as you can see now, we are making jerky, so we can eat. We don't have to eat the basic food, the ingredients. We can eat cooked food, which is much better. In this game also, it doesn't matter, as a specific food doesn't give you specific bonuses, but the varieties, as you can see here. If we can have lots of varieties of food here. So now that we have 8 jerky, we will allow jerky to be eaten, and it gives us a bonus of all people in the city get +1 health. And if we get more variety, we will get more bonuses down here. So that's how you can use that. And okay, so Yushka did produce those food items. Let's see if we can make something now. We're still missing the for the baskets, we're missing this primary material. What about crafting? Same thing. We could maybe make some protective clothing, but I think for now it's still better just to focus on cooking. So let's just continue making these, and make sure that you don't use this type of food. Of course, I could do this. It still produces just the same meat, but it destroys a very important, a very valuable... This is elven wood, and with elven wood you can make, as you can see here, rare. It's quite rare, and you can make just better things, better weapons, better everything. So don't use it. And we can use coal. Why not? Let's use up this coal. Confirm. Just make... She can make 4 jerky, and yeah, that's okay. 4 batches of jerky. It's more than 4 jerky, but no, that's me. Yeah, 4 jerky in 4 turns. And gatherers will continue collecting the bird meat and the wood. Very important. So So that's done, and the other party is here. So Theodore asked us to attack these boars, and you will see here.
The boars Theodore told you about. There is only a couple, so it should not be too hard. However, instead of a straight fight, you can try to do a proper hunt. If you have the right skills, that is. Or better yet, you can go all native on these beasties and wrestle them to the ground. Not an easy option, that one.
So that's interesting. As you can see, we don't have to fight them. We can hunt them, which is another type of another way of defeating a pack like this. And it wouldn't be as hard for us, as you can see here. It's dangerous, but it's not it's just one skull danger. This is 2 skull dangerous. There's also 3 skull dangerous, maybe even more. I didn't explore that far. But definitely we'll do hunt. We can do hunt because we have a hunter in our party. That's why this option is available. And let's do this.
Great. You have the right skill, in this case gathering, to enter into an alternate challenge. In non-fight challenges, the wounds you get during the challenge do not carry over after it finishes, meaning you have less of a risk of dying.
Yeah, so apart from this, it's an easier challenge. Maybe even more important is that you cannot get wounded if it's not a straight up fight. If it's hunting challenge or some other challenge. So let's do this. It's a 2 hunting, and we will begin the combat. So you fight by playing cards. You see here that we have. This is the offensive card. These are the cards that are basically fighting, and these cards here, the tactical cards, use these abilities to help them. And this is obviously not a good draw. Let's reshuffle. You have the option to reshuffle cards once. Yeah, this is a bit better. Yeah, I think. Let's play now. So you can see here it says that we can play 1 card now, and we will play, I think, Bashka. Kaha, we could play Kaha. No, let's play Bashka. She can deal 4 damage and has a protection of 7. And okay, let's give the turn to the opponent. Okay, now we can play 2 cards. It's funny because these 2 cards, they have protection, but they have zero damage. So let's she can, okay, let's bring her out. It makes no sense to make her first action. We'll just have to bring these guys out. Get closer. If you select like MuHa here, we selected get closer, it brings him out immediately, but he's confused, which means he will skip 1 turn of fighting. But I just don't want to use these special actions because well, our fighters on the field don't deal lots of damage. Let's see what they do. They only have 1 tactical card, which they are bringing out as confused as well. So let's do. Let's bring. No, let's just get closer. We will just bring out these cards, and we cannot use her, but we will bring out this card as well. So let's see how this goes. I must say I was quite unlucky with the draws. So these cards, especially Bronislava, with 0 damage, I mean, it's useless. But let's see what happens. We should win this anyway. I would be surprised if we don't. So we cannot get wounded here or die. So that's... Okay. Okay, so you take 2 turns and then the cards are reshuffled and you try again. We will just keep and play. Now this is a bit better, and they only have 1 card, so this should go better for us now. Let's bring out MuHa. And now we can basically put out all the cards. Yeah, this will not be a problem, I think. Let's bring out Tomislava as well. And we will... we could support her to give her more damage. We can make her attack first, so 4 damage plus... Yeah, if we go first action here... So now she attacks first. She will deal 6 damage, plus he attacks for 4. That's 10 damage, and this card dies. So it's irrelevant what we do here. We can just, yeah, this should end this fight. Okay, so this is it. It's done, right?
You stalked the boars like a pro and caught them unaware. Your loot may not be as plentiful as a straight fight, but you did not risk getting wounds, so your people will not have the danger of dying now.
Okay, and after the fight, we didn't get any wounds, as the narrator said, and we got some important resources from this. Let's stop at Theodore on the way. We will go back to the city and just leave these. You should keep going back and forth quite a lot just to bring the resources to the city. And now this is another nice example. Now I could move immediately. We can go back to Theodore, but it's much better if we do we have any gatherers that if we have any gatherers in our party. Gathering, 4 gathering, 5. Yeah, we do have gatherers in our party, which means we will just set up camp here. And now we can gather these fish. It's a unique resource. We don't have fish in our capital. So if we can make it, if we can bring at least 1 batch of fish in 1 turn, well, this will be difficult. No. Not worth it. If we could do it in 1 turn, then I would set up camp, but not like this. We will just continue.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
Okay, we have the bones.
Wonderful. Well done. And keep your resources. They may come in handy on a rainy day, you know. As you saw, you got both experience points and research points, on top of any material rewards. All of these will help you grow stronger.
Okay, so now we will get another task from Theodore.
So, you've discovered that some events will let you solve a situation through more than combat. These non-combat challenges are often just as hard, but it means that fighting is not the only way. Remember, wounds from combat challenges can kill your people even after the fight, so choosing a different path is often safer. And having a medic in your party will help decrease the chances of dying as well. Anyway, great job on the boars.
Okay. Now we can probably get some more information on the fighting, and I think I will not go through this. It's a long dialogue, so let's just continue
Practice
this.
makes perfect, you know. So now that the boars are done for, let's practice one more challenge type. Social encounters. I spotted a fellow demon called Hurlik, and I want you to convince him to give you some gold. When you have it, bring it back here.
Okay, so that's another type of challenge, another type of fight, which is not actually a fight. You're basically talking to this guy, Holik. You're trying to convince him of something, trying to convince him in this case that he gives you some gold. Again, you cannot die in this kind of fights. Even if you lose, right? You cannot get wounded. So we cannot move anymore. I think we should just go now next turn. I will still continue back to the city with the party, with this, just to unload all the resources. You should do this frequently, at least that's my experience. Go back and forth. And now we will unload everything that we got here, because using these materials we may be able to craft something, and these are some basic food. We will take this cooked food. We'll leave some of these. This could also be good if we leave it here, but we'll take some of these with us because they are constantly producing more. Just take 13. Yeah. So let's check the equipment. Supplies. Yeah, we will be out of wood in here. Are we? He will bring 7 wood next turn, so that will work nicely. Crafting. She's still making jerky. That's nice. They are gathering. With this amber, we can make some. We can start making some clothing, but we don't have the crafter. So for now, I will hold off with these. Okay, let's see. Do you have now? We have 5 days. We don't have any wood here. Really, we don't have any wood? Then we'll need to stay here and gather some more. We can't go around without wood. We have 1 wood. No, there is wood. Why are you telling me there's no wood here? So just take, I don't know, take 8 wood. No, take 6 wood. Maybe it is, yeah, it's not allowed. Okay, so Ostoya, you are allowed to do this. Yeah, and the other party, you're allowed to burn wood and you're allowed to eat jerky. Nice. Perfect. So now we have, as you can see here, that's Ostoya. Expedition. We have food and wood for 6 or 7 days, so that's good. And we need to go down here to have a conversation with Hochlik. And you can just beeline there, but as I said, it's usually better to go in stages. Maybe we can stop and gather some resources. Maybe. So we can go... I think we'll just beeline. Yeah, let's go here. And just go next turn. We could try and stop here and see what we get from this place.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist and mystery.
Let's search it.
You search the ruins and find an interesting building to explore, but it seems half submerged in water. As you enter, a creature comes out from the waters to attack you.
Let's fight. Okay, it's Utopiek, and a warp snake. Okay, so now this is a fight. As you can see, the stats here are slightly different now. Wow, this one would be nice if we can have her out, but it's okay. Let's play. Let's see how we manage this. Now, in this kind of fight, we can get wounds and we can actually die, so we need to be careful. Let's take Bashka out for start. Let's see what they do. So this is this guy, Utopiek, yeah, and we are wounded immediately. He did give us. Let's hope that Bashka survives. This is not ideal. He's got 25 strength. We can do, if you have a spear, like here, he wounded us immediately because he had a spear with piercing damage. This brings him in front of us, plus he gives us a wound. We can do the same thing with Naslava. Oh yeah, it won't work because, oh no. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but let's see what they do. I think it would be better to shield Bashka than bring Naslava out. That would be better, I think. So it's an 8 health snake. So Mihu can... Let's bring Mihu out. And another warp snake to the front. Let's bring Mihu to the front. So with 8 damage, Mihu will kill the snake. Shield. We can shield Naslava now. I think that's better. Yeah, shield Naslava. And get closer or confuse this snake. Get closer. Okay, so he kills the snake. Utopiak is... Okay, we killed Utopiak. And we got another wound. Okay.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
So as you can see here, we got lots of nice items here. Training sword, a war rod, some kind of armor, materials, even food. But 2 wounds as well, and if you have wounds, you can die. So this is not ideal. I think it's better now that we're wounded just to set up camp, and we can gather some coal, and just try to heal the wounds. In Ostoya, let's check what's happening in Ostoya. We are still making jerky. That's okay. Yeah, next turn. Let's hope that we're not attacked. We did leave our village a little bit exposed by going here. Let's check now. I think the wounds are healed. Yeah, so let's go here and have this talk, as Theodore mentioned.
Theodore spoke of. He sits on a rock and stares at you with his large yellow eyes. What do you want? You looking for trouble? 'Cause I can get you some. He clenches his tiny fists at you.
So Hochlik wants to challenge us in a social fight, which means we just have a little powwow here. Yeah. Again, we can... I'm willing to reshuffle these guys. It's even if we lose, and if our characters get wounded, they're not physically wounded. They were maybe insulted in conversation or something like this, you know, outsmarted or something like this. Let's reshuffle. I don't like these cards. And we got even worse. Okay, nice. So let's bring out Bashka. And we can make Bashka stronger by 6. Yeah, let's try to do this. Yeah, so this is a very difficult fight. I already see that we're probably going to lose this. These Hochliks have high health, and now he's even boosted. He will deal 11 damage, kill Bashka. So, yeah. Not really nice. Let's bring out Bronislava. And I'll just bring out Naslava as well. We'll just bring these cards out. Crazed Bee. Okay, the bee does 0 damage and has 1 health. So maybe it's better if we do this and just yeah, no chance here. They're too strong. Okay, so the fight did not resolve in 2 turns, so we get another chance. I think I will just continue with these. Okay, Hochlik. We can bring out 2 cards now. She deals 8. Kaha is really good. She deals 8 damage. Can we? With 8 damage, she will kill the Hochlik. And she's got enough health, so I think I want to bring more people out. I want to bring out MuHa. And there's one, well, he is confused, the Hochlik, or she, I don't know. Is it he or she? So I think we can bring out Naslava as well. And the Crazed Bee. Let's try to deal as much damage as possible. So support Naslava for 2 more damage and get closer with Bashka. Let's see if we can kill these guys. So no, she attacked. Okay, so we have 1.
All right. right, all right. Theodore is clearly up to his old tricks. Sending you here for his gold. Here you go, and tell him to come himself next time.
So now we got some gold from this that we need to bring back to Theodore, and Slava and MuHa have a bonus to this social. This only lasts for a set number of turns. Okay. Okay, now we got this. Can we harvest? We can harvest wood here, so it's best if we set up camp and we gather for one turn. It only matters. Yeah, we can gather in one turn 7 wood. We will do so, and we will go to Ostoya and see the production here. So we're still making meat jerky. Nice. We need to be careful about food. Do we have enough food here? We have food for 5, and yeah, let's check. Always. There's a setting. Yeah, you can eat this. This is a. Don't eat the fish. And yeah, that's fine. You need to specifically tell them every time not to use the raw resources. So let's go next turn and see what happens. Right. Let's go back to Theodore. And talk to this guy.
Theodore welcomes you. Well, hello there. I see you're finding your feet and making first steps into the world. Well done.
Okay, so we got gold for you, you greedy bastard.
Oh, good. You got the gold.
Okay.
That wretched woman owes me, but I have no desire to speak to her. Anyway, it's a matter of principles rather than the gold itself, so just keep it. You may need it to craft better stuff, you know.
Nice. He's not greedy after all.
In social challenges, as you saw, you will face your opponent, but different skill sets become relevant, such as speech, attractiveness, and will. So just remember, different challenges use different skills. And so your party composition can have a great impact on the way you explore the world. As you perhaps noticed, you got research points as well as XP. You need research points to discover new materials and recipes for crafting and new buildings for your village.
Okay, so we got experience in research, knowledge by exploring and killing stuff. Got it.
Now, you will notice that some equipment as well as buildings in your village require a lot of stuff, often things that are not easily gathered or commonly found. For such needs, I also recommend scouring the world map in search of old ruins, abandoned tunnels, ancient towers. You get the gist, right? It so happens that I know of an old dungeon that you can explore and loot. I have marked this place on your map.
Okay, thanks. So he marked a dungeon that we should explore.
Yes, I have a second task for you to do at any time you're ready.
Okay.
Craft me 10 cooked, baked, or roasted food. Any type. You may want to research some varieties as well to match your supplies. Also, leave these 10 crafted foods in the village until I show up. You don't have to rush with this one. Take your time and get to grips with managing your settlement. Remember to check the magical help button to read more. Yeah, I know, more about any mechanics.
Okay, fine. So we need to craft some prepared food, and we're already working on it. This will probably succeed immediately. And there is some, yeah, this is the dungeon that we should explore from the tutorial. And we already explored one down here and we got some materials from it. Do we have these foods here? Yeah, we have 16 jerky, so he was talking about this food. So this will probably succeed the next turn or very quickly, so we're a little bit ahead of tutorial there. But yeah, our party is carrying now, you know, we have all these things. We want to go back to the capital and unload and see if we can make more things with this. Anyway, guys, this is the end of the first episode. I hope you liked it. I have no idea how this goes, and the most important, what will be your reaction, how you like it or not. As I said, it's a unique game. To me, very interesting. I'm not an expert by any means, but it's really challenging and intriguing still for me. So I will keep playing, of course, and I shall meet you next time. Thanks for watching. See you next. Bye bye.